all.
Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe to this channel. It's the only way creators can get out to other channels because of the algorithm of YouTube. If you like the videos a lot, and if a lot of people subscribe, YouTube will share my channel out to other people. There seems to be a problem with that. So just letting you all know, ladies and gents, this is the sun. A couple of days ago, exactly 2 days ago, before the big snowstorm and cold started here, and I guess around the world, lots of things going on. We're very lucky here in Quebec. Aside from that, it's a dictatorship, the way things are being run here, quite horrible. People in Quebec are very disappointed with the government and what they are doing to the people, even though the stats are not showing that, right? They're hiding the stats. That's how I take it. Either way, this is the sun. We'll look at the sun. We're going to look at, you want to see real big objects going by the sun? I have captures and footage that should have, got a lot of hype. People should have been really interested in it. There should have been a lot of talk about it. But of course, the only talk that happens is here with you and I, all of us here together, which is okay. And I'm really honored. Thanks to you all. Hey guys, thanks to you all, we were able to get all these captures. Did you know that? All of you who helped, contributed, supported this channel, even by just watching these videos, it helps a lot. And near the end of the video, an extremely rare capture that I've not heard any of the three branches of military ever talk about, nor any country. Thanks for watching. Really large solar flares and sunspots, and you can see that the spots are so close to each other, and that's where the magnetic field lines cross paths. They cross over each other, and it causes coronal mass ejections. Of course, first solar flares and then possibly coronal mass ejections. And we're also going to look in this video, if you've never seen plasma leaving the sun, I'm going to show you 3 events where I was able to capture them. And of course, these are captured at the moment that the sun is at its worst, its most aggressive times. So, is there any proof of any YouTubers that are actually capturing large objects going by the sun? Well, yes, and there's probably lots of them. But the problem is, these events that we capture, all the channels, are not events that happen often. That's for sure. You have to be looking. And these large objects, this is as large as the sun, our Earth, if not maybe even larger. Of course, depending on where it is, right? If it's not actually going right by the sun, it's worse, my friends. It means that that asteroid that I captured is actually going by between Earth and the sun. And I say worse. Everybody knows that asteroids do go by Earth often. It goes by, it enters the solar system, goes around the sun. It's all about magnetism, right? You learn the basics of it, get an idea of where these whippers are whipping around, and I mean, look at that. That really does look like Oumuamua even. It was elongated sort of object, but then again, looks like a typical potato or rock, right? This one in particularly does look like a planetoid, and again, just visually looking. See this simple filtering? Colors. Green, bring the exposure down or up. Whatever's your thing. The ideal is to see the object as well as you can. And here, oh my gosh, so beautiful. It did go by the sun because we saw the heat, the characteristics and everything around them. This is plasma lifting up off of the sun. So of course it's not something that happens thousands of times. Well, I'm not going to say that, but I'm not capturing them thousands of times a day, but when the sun is aggressive and you watch the sun. It's a gamble. It's luck. You can get it. You cannot get it. This is slowed down. It was just a spit. It happened in a flash of a second or two. So it's a near miss. Most of the ones that are leaving the sun, nobody's going to see. And when you see one like that, I mean, it's analyzing and understanding the sun. So when they say that, shit's leaving the sun and coming to Earth, coronal mass ejections and then causing solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and then causing geomagnetic storms. Well, look at these bloody objects leaving the sun. They're as big as Earth. Imagine a big plasma ball as big as Earth spitting its way thousands of miles, millions of miles per hour on its way to Earth. And sometimes they're not directed to Earth, but sometimes they are. Here's a couple years back here. What you just saw was recent, but this is a couple years back, and we can still see sometimes, again, a rare occasion, where the sun can spit out these large plasma balls being spit out from the sun. Think of it. When you look at it like this, you're saying, well, what is it? We don't see fire. We don't see... Well, that's space, right? The moon structures have the same reflectivity as the surface. Well, the plasma is going to look like the sun too. Anything that goes by it's going to have the same reflectivity of the sun. It'll be refracting, a whole bunch of things occurring. Chromatic aberration. You got to understand that it doesn't stop us from being able to see outside in space. It's just that we have to deal with these little crutches that we have, right? One of the biggest ones I've ever seen going by the sun, but I said one of the biggest ones because you remember the big Nibiru-like planet. I'm not even going to show it. There's some I'm not even going to show in this video. I have so many captures, but there it is. Big ass rock leaving the sun, and I say rock, it's a UFO because it's an unknown flying object. And again, asteroids, meteors, and lots of debris around Earth. I don't know about the sun, but there must, right? Angel with wings. Wasn't that beautiful? Something caught in Orion. So basically, when something goes by the sun, that's what happens. It breaks up like this, mostly ice or even rock, and explode, because the sun is just so big and hot. Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's what they tell us, right? Maybe the sun isn't even hot. Just a handful of interesting objects caught in the past few months, the end of 2021. I believe some of these objects are in a rotation stuck around the sun. How can we not see what is going on? A lot of people are seeing more stuff than others in the sky. A lot of people know more about what's going on here on Earth politically. I think it's all about being awake. Being awake, ugh, I don't even want to talk about it. You know, we all know a lot of people are not even asleep. They just don't want to give in, I guess, to whatever. I guess some people just don't like people changing their ideas. Some people just don't like people telling them what to do. And sometimes those people are the ones that are lost in life. So this is an object going by the sun. A very, very, very hard to see object. I love seeing it on fire, billowing. It's definitely, it's not a standard object to capture. If it makes me laugh because the trolls can't even say, oh, look, it's a bug. It doesn't have the same characteristics. It's real objects in space. And some of these objects are changing directions like you see here and are on fire. So it's the most incredible thing to be able to see is an object going by the sun like this. And it takes a lot of footage to be able to capture these objects because it's not every day that they're going by. But I'm going to tell you something, a little secret, The ones watching the sky know it. There's a lot of stuff out there. You can't disagree with that. There are a lot of things out there. This could be debris. It could be a spaceship part. It could be a spaceship test experiment that went wrong. It could be China shooting down American satellites, right? But then again, we wouldn't see satellites unless they maybe came lower in atmosphere and we're starting to see some of them. It could be so many theories. Like I tell you, I highly doubt that these are satellites we're seeing. These are very, very large objects. There's a lot of debris, thousands of objects of debris in our solar system and just around Earth. I'm hearing some amazing news coming in about the pandemic and stuff, more like an endemic. Maybe one day we'll be able to talk about it. But first, this very rare capture. None of the three branches of military, nor has anyone anywhere in the world ever shown me or the public, I believe, a video like this. What is it? We have a geometrical shape and or form in the center changing from jagged straight edges to round edges. We have what looks like elements or four lights at least connected or that are brighter out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Lights that are there. The 8 lights, maybe the 9th in the center. We can see through the center part, geometrical shapes changing. But now here's the problem. This came down out of the sky to see me. I don't care what anybody says. It's important for you all to know. I'm in Quebec, and it's real. UFOs are coming out of the sky here in Quebec. I know a lot of people, myself personally, who have had experiences similar to me. This one is when the pandemic started. This was hours before all the shit started. Halloween night is when it happened, and it came down out of the sky, had an intensity of light, absolutely beautifully, incredibly bizarre. Couldn't help but stare at it. I left my eyes from the camera for 3.5 seconds. Okay, and I saw my garage lit up like it was on fire. This object was illuminating all the houses around me. No one was outside. Between 11 and 12 o'clock at night, almost midnight, this object was in front of me. I got a lot of information from it. I got a lot of ideals when this thing came out of the sky. My whole life changed. Everything I'm sharing with you guys has to do with all the events that I've encountered or spiritual encounters in my life. I'm trying to share good information in my life with others. You guys can do what you want with the information that I give you. Love you guys. Thanks for supporting this channel.
Aliens up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mining on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming